Hello. Super quick lunch and learn on how to make a skill in Claude. Um, because I've been asked 4 or 5 times now um, to do this. So I thought I'd do it for everyone. Um, so just sharing my screen. I hide my video window so I don't get distracted. So there are a couple of settings that you need to make sure are turned on in Claude. So if you go to your settings in the bottom corner, and then under capabilities, you need to make sure that this piece here, which is cloud code execution and file creation, is turned on, right? If it's not turned on, skills won't work. So go and check that that's turned on. Second is under customize and skills. So I've already got it loaded, but if you go to the plus side and add skills, Anthropic has already put some skills in there for you. So just click them to turn them on. So you can see most of them I've got turned on. I don't have brand guidelines turned on because I don't want everything to look like Anthropic. But say if I was going to turn this learn skill on, you just tick it. So there is a skill to help you build a skill, right? Which is excellent, and that's what we're going to use. There are different options to add a skill. So if you go under here and create skill, you can create with Claude, you can write the instructions yourself, or you can upload a skill. I'm going to teach you how to create with Claude and how to upload a skill because I just think they're the easiest ways. I'm just working in a demo space, so hopefully it won't invoke any other skills and things that I've already built. So if we're going to use what Ali Miller calls spy skills mode, tell it what you want, what you really want. So I want to build a skill that identifies potential hooks from a podcast transcript to help me edit. And you can go use hashtag skill creator, or it will just know. So ask me questions, see what it does. Should probably pretend a less beefy model on for this, but anyway. We should probably have some special music. One other hat times 4, episode trailer. What do we think to take? So, I mean, these are pretty good. Contrarian takes. Surprising fact. Sound bites. Ranked list with timestamps. So what is a skill? A skill in Claude is similar to a custom GPT in ChatGPT or a gem in Gemini. Other LLMs are available. So what does that actually mean in reality? It is just a text file. It is just like a prompt. You can also include any reference files that you need, but essentially it's just a text file. And the things that work best for a skill are processes, things that you're going to do multiple times, that you're going to get some benefit from repeating it. So what do my transcripts look like? Produced by Riverside with timestamps. Very short episode. And it asked me there if I wanted to give examples, and if I had examples, that would also be a good way. So always tell it what good looks like is a much better way of getting an output that you actually want. Okay, so now it's reading its own skill to build a skill. And this is what I really like about the way that Claude does it. So, it's finally got user friendly. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to write all your text out in a custom GPT, although you can do that if you have it. It will just help you do it. And I think this is finally the sorts of capabilities that are coming out of these harnesses that make them really user friendly. And I don't think they're 100% there yet, but I think they're really improving in terms of ease of using it. Make me a skill. The other thing that's different about skills in Claude is that you can invoke a skill anywhere, whereas a custom GPT, you kind of have to go into that custom GPT. So at the beginning of its text file, it basically says, use this skill if someone says /skill, or if they're trying to do this sort of task. So it's creating our little skill. You can always tick on here and it'll show you that it's building it. Okay, now it's packaging it up into an installable file. Yes. Okay, so this on the right hand side is what a skill looks like. It's literally just a text file, right? So this is explaining what it is. So this is the thing that it'll read to check whether or not it should use this skill. So use the skill whenever someone's got a podcast, they want to find openers, blah, blah, blah. Then here's the explain. It explains what it does. This is the sequence of the tasks. Read the whole thing first, all the things. What makes it good. So it's giving you some stuff of what good looks like, and you can go in here and you can ask it to edit, say, no, what I call Shania Twain mode, that don't impress me much. And you can type in here and get it to change anything. So What I often find the easiest thing to do is to do a test run. But let's click on here, you've got it, click save skill, and it'll be there to use again. So let me upload a transcript and get it to test it out on that. Now looking for a file, that's a transcript. Bear with me, caller. Okay. So, dropped a file in the chat. Wrong file. Dropped a file in the chat. Go. Here's a transcript to do a test run. Okay. Because I've saved that, you could also download this to your computer. Why do I say that? Sometimes it's just good to have your own knowledge bank saved on your machine. So that might be a sensible thing to do. Or you might want to give this to somebody else, which we'll talk about in a second. If I wanted to invoke this skill, I mean, I'm just showing you stuff while it's busy, but you would go cold open hook finder, right? And then it would definitely use that skill. But it is smart enough, if we go back and look up here, it is smart enough to know in words why it might use this skill. So you don't have to be a techie, you don't have to use slash commands. Okay, so looking at this output, and funnily enough, this was actually the hook that we named the whole episode after. So just because your hammer doesn't mean everything you think is a nail, this is pretty good. Everyone jumps on the hype train, that's pretty good. So yeah, I think that's pretty good output, right? So that's a skill, that's how easy it was. How long have we been on here for? Maybe, I even see, 10 minutes or so, right? So easy peasy. So that's how you can make a skill. If someone has given you a skill, you might want to import that as well. Now, before you import anybody else's skill, I have to tell you that you should be really careful when getting someone else's skill, because there could be prompt injection, there could be malicious code in there. So be really careful. Also, it's really easy to build your own skill, so you may not need to. What to do? I've got an MD file that I want to import as a skill. What should I do? I mean, tell it what you want, what you really, really want, right? Okay, so this is the thing, that it needs to be a zip folder, right? Oh, other thing to say is my Claude always gives 3 more suggestions of things that you do. Yours won't. You could put it in the in your global Claude MD instructions. Right, so why don't I just say, can you package this up for me? And we're going to go to download, and we're going to load this in. Let me look at the file. Adding this thing. I mean, often if you go into GitHub or someone gives you the file, they'll give it you as a zip. But in this case, it's not. So I just wanted to show you so that you would have something that's bulletproof. Oh, it's found some icky things that it doesn't like. Okay. It's put it somewhere random. Okay, and it tells me how to install it, right? So let me just put it somewhere in my downloads for me. But yeah, we want to do exactly what it suggests. So go to settings, go to capabilities, go to customize. British English spelling of customize. Find the skills section. So we're in customize, we're in skills. You can say this is a new skill we just made. And we want to say, let's upload a skill. So we're going to take the file that it's just made for me, the zip file, and we're going to copy it in. And here we go. Offer builder doc, mastermind's given me. So I won't show all of that data, but that's how you would import a skill. If you've got any questions, just stick them in the chat. If it was useful, let me know, and I can always do some more. And let me know what topics you might want. Hope that was useful. Now go and have your lunch. All right, cheers, bye.